A place they call the American. American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida, right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Take a look at the Kings. They've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than the winless homestand they just concluded.
Kevin, the start of a long road trip, my friend, and they'd love to set the tone here early with a win.
And for Jokic, just keeps getting better, Brent, but always stays very grounded in terms of his personality.
Yeah, I think his brothers had a lot to do with that. You just don't see the big ego coming out of him. In fact, you see a guy who's enjoying the game. He smiles, he's laughing with teammates, he enjoys being with this group and around this coaching staff. And he went as far as to say that he plays every game as a game of pickup basketball in his hometown. I need to travel over there and get in that game.
Here's Towns. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now here's Bledsoe. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
And Bledsoe, man, such a good, efficient combo guard. He can score, he can pass, he can rebound. What a tough cover.
Harris with it. Bridges covering. And Towns gets it to go.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Good.
A fantastic assist by Harris on the play. He makes the right call, rotating the ball on that one.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Jokic. Here's Baines. No good from outside. Right side Towns. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one. Towns has got 6.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Now, here's Jokic. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Count that bucket. Jokic has got his second basket of the night. Poked loose. Stolen by Bledsoe. Pass to Bridges. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Now with the ball. Guarded by Bledsoe. And the dunk by Towns.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Jokic, no good. Sacramento leading by 4.
Well, the Heat take great pride in what they try to do defensively, their activity, their awareness, their alertness. Well, this team, as they grow, right now they're committing a ton of fouls, but that comes with the territory about learning some of these schemes and trying to be as physical as they like to be.
Back to Bledsoe. Jokic with it. 5 points in the game. 4 on the clock. To the paint. Over Yao. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And you talk about the discipline for the Heat. Not a team that gambles a lot for steals.
No, don't like to overextend. They like to stay at home, and they like to stay in their pockets. They like to contest shots, and then you can't finish off a defensive possession until you grab a rebound, so everybody gets involved in that.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Good job by Wilson right there to recognize his teammate was open and just simply gave it up. And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Now here's Fournier. No points in the game yet for him.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Rubio. To the inside. Here's Wilson. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Down low. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
Here's Towns. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Towns has got 18 points. And so it's the Sacramento Kings going into the break with a 10-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board making their subtle contributions.
We see more and more teams looking to push the tempo. Is that just a fad, or is this going to be a long-term thing?
If I can play against any defense that has no ability to set up where they want to be or have the matchups with the players they want to have, Kevin, I'm going to look to take advantage. And if that happens in the first 5-6 seconds with one pass, so be it.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. His drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. And it's Rubio penetrating. Count the basket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Exum. Outside, Davis. Jokic with the steal. Shamet puts one up from 19. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Davis drives in. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
That one misses for Davis. Dave Yeager in his third season with the Kings. Before that, 9 seasons, Brent, in Memphis, with 3 of those being the Grizzlies head coach.
Yeah, an interesting end to his time in Memphis as things just kind of went awry between him and management. But the personnel decisions is what it came down to. And he has a fresh start in Sacramento with a very young, very energetic team that needs some direction. Maybe Dave Yeager, the guy to get the job done.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Jokic draws the double. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Here's Exum. Down low. Chandler. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now, here's Rubio. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Into the lineup for the Kings.
Here's Yao. Miami grabs the miss.
You combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
Pass to Rubio. Back to Jokic. Moves back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Gary Harris.
That's his first personal.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the chart.
Makes it off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Kemba Walker.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Back to Jokic. The Heat need to get a shot off. Shamet. No good off the front iron.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Jokic draws the double. And stolen by Yao. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range.
Great concentration from Gary Harris. Without much effort, rises up and knocks down the pull-up Jake.
55 seconds left to play in the first half. Back to Jokic. Drops in the tray. Jokic has got 13.
Man, I love it when Jokic has these kind of nights, just showing off every facet of his game, even effective out to 25 feet.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. He gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Sacramento on defense. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Baseline try. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bridges. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. There's 18 seconds left from the first half of basketball. Al Fournier still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside. Here's Towns. Here's Harris. And so it's Sacramento in command with... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. 16-point lead. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
Sacramento leading by 17. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Bledsoe. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Evan Fournier. And Eric Bledsoe, a player who many thought might be a great fit in Milwaukee, but that wasn't the case.
And I'm not sure if it was a play style issue or something else. Fact is, they moved him in the offseason after only a half season of trying things out. Certainly one of the more surprising moves in a wild summer.
Pass to Yao. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Exactly. That's the kind of possession. Ending with an easy one right at the bucket that you love to get early on. Builds confidence for the entire team.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Stolen by Bledsoe. A floater. Nice D from Fournier.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Yao gets the bucket.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Now, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And it's Towns penetrating. And he uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got 22.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Bledsoe. The shot from 20 feet away.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
To the inside. Jokic inside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Korkmaz. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Korkmaz has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, the Kings are certainly in full rebuild mode, adding to this roster with a bunch of young talent. Last season, a bottom 3 team in both offense and defense, and a bottom 4 in rebounding. So plenty of room to make strides this year.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Into the lineup for the Kings.
The Heat trailed by 21. Poked away. Back to Rubio. Pass to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Nailed from three-point land. 5 points in the game. And the Kings looking to develop their young players. Coach Yeager with a deep rotation.
Well, last season it was interesting. If you look at the minutes totals, there was no player that played more than 28 minutes a game. So multitude of players getting tons of opportunities. And they added some veterans in the locker room to try to help those guys along and provide some mentorship.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA, where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
All the officials are all over that one.
Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Well, the Kings entering their second full campaign here without DeMarcus Cousins. Did they get equal value in that trade that they made? Probably not, but they have the flexibility, and they've added to this roster with some young talent, and see if they can make some combinations here work to escape the mediocrity that they're in.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter.
Rubio.
Pass to Winslow. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the Kings talked about a culture change as they parted ways with Cousins. Brent, do you see it that way?
Well, DeMarcus Cousins was learning and growing. And the interesting thing you go back to is his relationship with Denver Nuggets coach now, Mike Malone. It seemed like they were on a good path, and then a lot of other things happened around this basketball team. So just trying to clear the air, trying to make things fresh and new. They have the new arena. I think that's helping them along. But now it's incumbent on front office to deliver with this clean slate they have in front of them.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Miami Heat. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Over to the wing. Here's Okafor. Here's Wagner. Back to Okafor. Lays it up and banks it in.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
The drive by Rubio. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Drills it from outside. Jokic has got 16.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing it.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Heat trail by 17. Rubio left side. He's off on that one. Nice D from Brooks. Pass to Davis.
Miami foul call. DJ Brooks. That's his first personal foul.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
The drive by Rubio. Over to the left wing. Back to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Sinks the three-pointer. Jokic has got 19 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Back to Brooks. Pass to Wagner. Davis with it. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And Damari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
In for the Kings.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The drive by Rubio. Here's Jokic. And the Heat, another three.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here because at this point he is so dialed in. We got to get him off his spots.
Davis with the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Jokic. And it's in there. Jokic has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
To the middle. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Pass to Rubio. Four on the shot clock. Back to Jokic. Shamet. And Chandler sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Sacramento leading by 18. Pass to Brooks. Back to Yao. The putback. And it's Towns on the follow.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that bucket from Harris was all about perseverance. He takes his time and uses what he has of those muscles and puts it on the defense.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Jokic. Bledsoe left side. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Here's Bledsoe from 13. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 32 points.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
46 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Bledsoe taking his time here. From deep. And that one is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's Davis. Sacramento moving it around. Pass to Okafor. Now Carroll. Clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And Davis puts it in.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip. You see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.